Mullen Realtor with Wilkinson ERA here in sunny Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you so much for click and play. So this video is going to be all about the lifestyle here in Charlotte, North Carolina. You're probably wondering, what is there to do? Maybe I've shown you houses here, maybe you've got the information about the schools and the economy, but you're probably wondering, what's the lifestyle like? So I'm going to be really brief, get you all that really juicy information quickly. As you know, Charlotte has our 4 seasons, right? Spring starts in March, and we're pretty much, we could get 80-degree days in March. That's how terrific it is here. I actually remember this past March, we probably had a good 4 or 5 days in the 80s, if you can believe that. It was crazy wonderful. We're wearing flip-flops, and that goes all the way through until summer. So right now, this video is being made right in the beginning of July. It's hot. I am actually in my backyard. I got a fan going because it is a little hot. But I'll just tell you a little bit about, even in the summer, obviously it's hot. A lot of people will go to the pool. You could take a short 2.5 to 3 hour trip to the beach, out towards Myrtle Beach. You can go to Wilmington, you can go to Hilton Head. A lot of time is spent at the pool, sitting out, getting together with friends and families for barbecues, right? We have a fantastic backyard. Everybody's got a pretty good backyard, and that's really essential when you buy a home here in Charlotte. We are outside probably 10 months out of the year. That's how amazing it is. It's so funny, I have some clients that I just recently moved here, and they said, Lauren, we have traveled all over the world, all over the United States, and out of everywhere we've ever been, Charlotte, North Carolina has to be the happiest place we have ever been. We can't find anybody who's mean in North Carolina. They made a joke with me that if they do find that person, they're going to take a video and post it, because it's probably the only mean person here in Charlotte. And I think a big part of that is because it's great here. The weather's great, people are happy, we have sunshine, minimal rain, and it's just a nice, great place to live. So different things that you can do. I obviously mentioned having a great backyard, because you're outside a lot, you're entertaining, kids are playing. If you live in a community, the kids are outside riding their bikes, their skateboards. I have some woods behind my house, and a lot of communities will have some woods, so they're taking walks in the woods and on the trails, all that kind of stuff. It's better, I think, right, than sitting there on the computer or on iPods, iPads, Xbox, all the other, internet kind of things that they could be doing. So they're kind of outside more, so that's super. And we also talked a little bit about communities that will have pools. So you're visiting that a lot. Not only will your kids be making friends and frolicking and all that good stuff, but as adults, it's super important to have a place where you're going to meet people. I will tell you that when we first moved here, my kids were 8, 6, and 6. And I met a lot of my friends through, number one, the schools, when the kids are going to schools and you're going up there for, PTA things and helping out in the classroom and just going up there for whatever events they have. You'll meet a lot of people that way, and you'll also meet people, if you have a community HOA, at the pool. You'll meet your neighbors. People are outside so much. They're out walking, they're out running, riding their bikes. We're outside, so when you're outside, you see people, everyone's waving to you. A funny story I will tell you, when I first moved here to Charlotte, I moved down here with the 3 kids. My husband was actually still up in New York, and I ran into my neighbor after being here maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, a person down the block, and I said, somebody in the neighborhood must look a lot like me, because every time I pass them in the car, like, everyone's waving at me. So I don't know, maybe they have the same car as I have, maybe they're mistaking me, and the neighbor kind of looked at me and chuckled a little bit and was like, no, it's just because we're just really friendly. Like, everyone's happy, and you just wave to people, even people you don't know. Now, me, coming from New York City, you don't make eye contact, right? You kind of look down or you stare straight ahead. So that was really refreshing, and it's so true. I have people waving at me all the time. I go to the grocery store, people are like, hey, how are you? I don't know who they are. And you know what? I've become one of those people now. I'll be like, hey, how are you? And just have a big smile, and it's just infectious. People are nice and friendly. So that's huge. So that was a funny little story. So so you'll meet people at your neighborhood association, at the community pool house, the clubhouse. There'll be parties. A lot of the HOAs will also have events going on. They'll do like maybe a Christmas party. Now, everyone's going to be different. It just depends which one you move into and how active the HOA is. Sometimes they have like Taco and Tequila Tuesdays. I do know one neighborhood that does have that. They'll have karaoke for the kids, and they'll have an adult night. They'll have movie night for the kids. They'll have welcome back to school, end of school parties, just an adults night out. It's really fun. And it's just, it's all about socializing and getting to know, because you know what? Families are awesome. You know, families are your number one thing, right? Work is great, right? It should be fun, right? But it's a necessary kind of thing. But the whole point, and I know I'm getting a little spiritual here, but my whole point of being alive and, like, you know, living your life is enjoying your life and having fun, right? So it's all about getting together with people, finding people that you get along with, people that you can have a good time with, making some memories, having some good times and some laughs. Your kids are there playing, their kids are there playing, or maybe your kids are grown and gone away, or maybe you don't have children, but it's still about getting together and enjoying your life. And that, I can say, is huge for Charlotte, North Carolina. It's really, really fantastic. So the other thing I'm looking down at my notes, but the other thing I was going to tell you is, so that's the summertime. You're at the pool, you're outside, you're riding, you're going on trails, you're going on bikes, you're going on walks. There's tons of things to do, tons and tons of sports events that you can go to. There are also places that you can go to watch neighborhood concerts, right? Neighborhood concerts. I know here in Waxhaw, I live in Waxhaw, which is a short 20 miles, a little under 20 miles from Charlotte proper. And the town of Waxhaw will bring in, during the summertime on Friday nights from 7 to 9, they have what's called Jammin' by the Tracks. And they will bring in a new band every Friday night. So all the people come out, we bring out our chairs, we get our families and friends, we bring a drinks or some snacks, and we'll sit, the kids will play, you talk to people, you meet people. How wonderful is that? The town of Waxhaw is really, really excellent about fostering community involvement, I have to say that. But that's for a whole nother video. I'll do a whole nother video on Waxhaw. So there's that. They have some of these shopping centers will bring in bands for on a Friday or Saturday night. Or they'll bring in comedians. They'll bring in stuff for the kids. They'll have parks. They'll have festivals going on. Oh yeah, that brings me to a whole nother one. So they have festivals here in Charlotte. And you know, there's street fairs going on, community fairs going on. They're all over. I mean, and if you're interested, drop me an email or call me and I'll get you some links where you can kind of investigate that to kind of see for yourself. Because I know you're thinking, Lauren, this all can't be for real. And it really is. It's such a fantastic place to live. I'm like the biggest Charlotte cheerleader. In fact, I have some clients who say, like, you should be like the Charlotte cheerleader mascot. Crazy, right? Anyway, so getting back to that, so there's even something called Taste of Charlotte, which goes on a couple times a year. There is a fair in Charlotte all about, like, all the big restaurants will come out, and it's actually a festival fair, and you can buy tickets. Okay, and if you just walk up and down, but the tickets will get you samples of, like, their big, their most, you know, known entree. So maybe it's a very fancy seafood restaurant, or maybe it's a very fancy upscale French restaurant or Italian restaurant, and you don't want to go there and drop a huge, you know, amount of money because you're not sure if you're going to like it. So you go to this this festival and you buy a certain amount of tickets and you can try each different restaurant in one day. And this way you can figure out which restaurant you love, which restaurants you didn't like. But you know what? It's great. You're getting outside. It's outdoors. Fabulous. We also have a lot of outdoor concerts going on here. A lot of the big parks will have big names that will come on in and do concerts for everybody. So that is super. The other thing I was going to tell you about is up in Charlotte, they have the Epicenter. Oh my gosh, I love the Epicenter. There is something for everyone. So you could take the kids there. There's a bowling alley. There's a movie theater where you could sit in your chairs, right? And they come by and they take your order. You can order food, not just concession food, but you can order food, you can order drinks. It's wonderful, and they come and bring it to you. It's like table service while you're watching a movie in a recliner. It's amazing. So that's that one. Like I said, bowling. They have at night at the Epicenter. It's more for the 21 and older crowd because it's a lot of restaurants, fine dining, great restaurants. They have a great piano bar, Howl at the Moon. Love that place. Lots of fun to get a group of people and go and sing, and it's just fun. They go back and forth. It's a dueling piano bar. Lots of fun. They have some dance halls up there that you can go dancing at. I'll get my girlfriends. My husband, he's not much of a dancer, but I have a bunch of girlfriends and we'll get together and we'll go uptown and we'll go dancing. That's super. You can always Uber back and forth, or you have the designated driver to get you back and forth. So we do have plenty of Uber drivers. We even have, I'm trying to think of the name of this one. They have another dance hall. It's more country music, but it's so much fun. They have the mechanical bull that you can ride. No, I know you're thinking, have you rode it, Lauren? No, I have not rode the mechanical bull, but I have lots of friends who have and lots of pictures. So check that out. There's lots of fun. There's Sweet. There's Whiskey River. Whiskey River is the one with the mechanical bull. Just lots and lots of places. They have outside rooftop bar and restaurants. Phenomenal, because you can get to see the the line of the city, and you can check that out. Really, really nice. Then they have beautiful little restaurants all around. You can walk around around there, and they have great food, and they're like historic buildings, wonderful. So aside from the epicenter, aside from the little community events going on, we also have different areas and pockets of Charlotte. You know, you don't have to move to Charlotte. You can move to the outskirts, where you can have, like where I live, you have, you know, a nice neighborhood with woods behind you and trails and pools and all that good stuff, but I can still, and cows and horses, but I can still be at a shopping center in 5 minutes, or a hospital in 5 minutes, or, you know, or a fine dining restaurant, or an ice cream store, or pharmacy, or doctor's office in 5 minutes. Or you can move a little bit closer to Charlotte. The prices probably go up a little bit because you are further into Charlotte. But there's great little towns, little neighborhoods called like Noda. There's Plaza Midwood. I mean, there's Elizabeth. There's so many great little areas and pockets of Charlotte. It just depends what you're looking for. These are the more historic homes. A lot of them have been redone. You have a little bit of space between them, and you might have the convenience. Like I know Plaza Midwood, I just sold a great family I had just bought in Plaza Midwood, and they were looking. They didn't have kids, but they were looking for a place where they could have a nice house with a great backyard, right, and still be able to take their dog and walk to a Starbucks, walk to a restaurant, walk to the grocery store. You know, within 5 minutes they could be there. So they really love that, and it's closer to Charlotte. So that's another great idea if you're looking for that. Of course, you could live in the city, and there's wonderful condos in there and townhomes that you can kind of check out. It just has everything. You're going to meet everybody everywhere. Great lifestyle. Friends galore. I don't know what to tell you. I network a lot. People are very free to help you out and network with you. I will also tell you about the social life when it starts getting a little bit cooler. I know some guys who will just wear shorts all winter long. Me, I think they're insane. But that's okay, because it doesn't get quite that cold. I don't even wear a winter coat in the winter. Ladies, I just do like a sweater jacket, one of those long sweater jackets, and I'm fine, no problems at all, and I'll wear a scarf. Fun and trendy, right? The other thing I was going to tell you, in the wintertime, what is there to do around here? I was talked about a lot about the summertime in the pool, and you know, you can do tennis and biking and the concerts and all that good stuff, is you can head up to the mountains. Love the mountains. Up in the mountains, you can obviously go hiking. They have amazing waterfalls up there. It's only 2 hours away. That's it. It's like a day trip, or you can do a weekend, you can do an overnight, you can do a week. Fantastic. I have done it many times. We'll go with our kids, we'll go with some friends, make an adult trip. Lots of opportunities. So you can go hiking, check out the waterfalls, you can go kayaking, you can go ziplining through the woods. Crazy, amazing, and fun, right? So much fun. So what other things you can do? You can go and check out Asheville. They have a great little trendy, artsy town. Lots of cool little funky stores you can go check out. They also have Biltmore Estates. Now, if you've never been to Biltmore Estates, I say go. It will blow your mind. Fabulous place. It's a Vanderbilt mansion built, oh God, I wish I had the stat on this, but I don't remember exactly the year, but years ago. But even for that time, you can go in and see how grand they were. Every room has a fireplace. There's a fireplace there that you could probably walk into, and at Christmas time, they decorate it, and it's just amazing. It's just mind-blowing how they decorate it. It's amazing, the height of the ceilings, the size of the rooms, like a marble, like turned stairwell suspended. It's an elevator, but back then it was crazy amazing. They also had they have like a petting zoo over there, so if you want to bring the kids, go check that out. A winery, yep, they make their own wine there, so you can go sample. My husband and I and some people went and did this. You can go sample all their different wines. That was really fun. That was like super fun. And then of course, you know, you're drinking, you're having a good time, you're laughing, you're chatting, and then of course you buy some wines and you bring them home. So I have some things popping up. So you can do that. There's just like lots of fun shopping. Again, right up there. Then after you do that, in the wintertime, you can go skiing, right? You can go snowboarding. You can go snow tubing. So like every season, everything is super close. Like from the beaches to the mountains, people are just enjoying life. It's just, I guess, you know, myself coming from New York, and I'm a New York City gal, and it was just totally different. I don't know if the vibe was just, you're busy with work. It's so expensive, and I know I have some clients from California also who can probably relate to this. it's just so expensive, the cost of living, that who has any money left over to do anything else, right? And down here, it's just the cost of living is so much better. You're not spending as much on a house. You're not spending as much in taxes. And that'll be on another video, so check that out. We'll talk all about the houses and the taxes and all the association fees and everything else. But I will tell you really quickly, the association fees here, if you live in an HOA, are, it's gonna vary, but usually between like $500 and $750 a year. And you get like a swimming pool, tennis courts, playground, walking trails, community clubhouse, so much stuff. People are really, really shocked about that when I call me and we go out and we check out some homes. So I can't think of anything else that I want to add impromptu on this video, but if you have more questions about moving to Charlotte, North Carolina, definitely call me at 704-989-2999. I'd be more than happy to chat with you, or you can email me and I'll leave all that information below. But most importantly, hit the button subscribe. Subscribe because every week I try to put out a new video. So today's video is on lifestyle in Charlotte. You never know what I'm gonna do. I try to be constant, I try to be proactive with you guys and just get you really, really great, valuable information. Check out my Facebook page because I do upload a lot of other stuff on there. I do a lot of Facebook Lives. Fun. So check that out and I'll leave that link underneath. Thank you so much for watching. If this is the first video you're watching, be sure to check out some of the other ones. I have an intro video which kind of will give you the taste of the channel. And like my video, share it if you'd like, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Wishing you a very, very fantastic rest of your day. I hope I get a chance to chat with you and meet you, and thanks so much. Bye.